bespoke radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening, Fade to Black, bespoke radio for the masses. Yeah. Woo! Today is Thursday, February 7th, 2018, 38 days into the new year, just 327 days left. We are live from a bunker somewhere in downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States, hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? It's Thursday. No, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I did that for you. It's Wednesday. And we're doing a very special Fader night tonight. Tomorrow night, we're taking the night off. So tonight is Fader night, and we have very special guests with us tonight. James Gilliland's going to be here at the top of the hour. At the bottom of the hour, the crew from Modern Masters is going to be here. We're going to announce our SoulTech Conference at ECETI Ranch. Oh, yeah, it's a big night for us. Theresa Janaras is going to be here, too, as well tonight. And so there you go. We're going to talk about the SoulTech Conference, and it's going to be open lines all night long, 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695. Lots to talk about tonight. Of course, we have the SoulTech Conference and some other things. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. You can follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Simple, at JChurchRadio. Follow me there. All the conversations that you need to engage with during the show tonight are live with our chat rooms over in Spreaker and KGRA The Planet, and of course, Twitter with the hashtag F2BQ, or hashtag F2B, which is the sandbox, and any questions or comments, use hashtag F2BQ. I see the phones are already lighting up. Listen, everybody, I'm going to open up the phone lines later, and we've got a lot of special guests that are going to be coming in tonight, too, as well, but we will eventually switch to open lines, okay? It's Fader Night. That's what we do on Fader Night. Okay, you can also email throughout the show, Jimmy at jimmychurchradio.com. I'll get to as much of the email as I can during the show. Make it good, and I'll read it on the air. I'm going to switch immediately to breaking news. John Anthony West passed away last night, and he was with his family. I spoke with Robert Schoch today from his office at Boston University for about an hour. And yes, it was rough. It was rough. And in that conversation, we decided that we would do a tribute for John this Tuesday on Fade to Black. We will have Robert here. We will have Chance Gardner here with a few other special friends. We're going to take some phone calls, certainly drink some vodka, and share some stories and memories and really do it right. And that will be this Tuesday. So please come and join us for our tribute and memorial to the one and only John Anthony West. few people get a chance to change the world, and even a smaller number actually do. And John Anthony West changed the world. He did. And I think that the earth tilted a degree or two the day that he and Schock presented their findings on the Great Sphinx and the dating. And that revelation didn't stop with the big cat. It did not. It changed everything about Egyptian history, in turn, our history. And his contribution to our community, it cannot be measured. And it was a rough day. It was a rough day. But when Robert and I were talking, and that conversation will always remain personal, and whatever Robert wants to talk about on Tuesday night, he can. But I'll say this, that at the end of the conversation, I said to Robert, I said, you know, right now, John Anthony West is causing trouble wherever he is. He is right there. He's causing trouble. And we laughed. And it's really the truth. You know that's exactly what is going on. So Tuesday night, we will carry on and come and hang out with us, and it will be a very, very special event. We'll do that Tuesday night, okay? All right. Our next event is the Conscious Life Expo, and it's coming up in 2 short days at the LAX Hilton, February 9th through the 12th. Come and hang out with us. Tickets are still available, and you can go to the Conscious Life Expo website. Just click on the banners over at jimmychurchradio.com and come and hang out with us. It's going to be a great weekend. John Anthony West will definitely be there in spirit. I can't wait for Friday night when we do the Ancient Aliens panel and we bring up John's name and Jim Mars. And I'm hoping that something in the room at that moment will fall over. They'll let us know that they are there. Okay, so that'll be Friday night, and I'll be emceeing and hosting all weekend. We have a booth there with River Moon Coffee on the mezzanine level. Come on by and say hi. We'll have T-shirts and other stuff. River Moon Coffee is going to have the Fade to Black cold brew and some other stuff too as well. And we've got some really cool Fade to Black River Moon Coffee mugs. We'll have those there and some other stuff. So just come on by and hang out with us, okay? Coming up next, after that, June 1st through the 4th, 2018, we'll be at Contact in the Desert in Indian Wells, Palm Springs, at the Renaissance Resort and Spa. So looking forward to Conscious Life Expo. Contact in the Desert. You can understand how I would get tongue-tied on that. Contact in the Desert. Come and hang out with us. It's going to be a great weekend. Some of the events and most of the events and speakers and schedule have been posted over at the Contact in the Desert website. It will be updated, and it is very fluid. Things move around, but you'll get a pretty good idea of what is going on right now at contactinthedesert.com. You can subscribe to our podcast, by the way. We have over 800 archive shows. Unbelievable number if you think about it. 800 archive shows right there. Just $2 a month. You get 800 archive shows, apps, Apple, Android, for just $2 a month, right? So you go and help support the show. Just click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com. You can also go to our membership section and become an official Fadernaut, where you'll get the Bunker Cam. Hello, everybody on the Bunker Cam out there. Commercial-free downloadable archives if that's what you wish. And you can even become a game changer and get the very famous and hard-to-get embroidered Fade to Black hat. And we've got some new ones out now, too, as well. Same logo on the front, but there's stuff on the back now. So we've got those. And now also, I don't know if we've got them up on the website yet, but we do have women's T-shirts, and we will have those for the first time at the Conscious Life Expo, and we'll be getting those up on the website here very soon, too, as well. And there you go. Everything is over in our membership section or the store at jimmychurchradio.com. Okay, let's get this show cracking. Happy birthday to today, James Spader. is 58 years old. Unbelievable. Less than zero, right? I missed the show Boston Legal, and Rita and I really were addicted to that show, and Spader was really good, really funny in that. But also his new show, The Blacklist, one of the most watched shows right now on television, is there too as well, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good. James Spader today is 58. Godsmack frontman Sully Erna today is 50. And I think Rolling Stone, I read this recently. I could be wrong on this number. Don't hold me to it. But he was listed like the number 47, number 50, number 47, 45, greatest singers of all time. Wow. And he is good. Godsmack frontman Sully Erna, today is 50. Happy birthday. On this day in history, OTD, 1964, the Beatles arrive in New York City. 2 days later, they were on the Ed Sullivan Show, and as they say, the rest is history. Fader fact. In the United States, the penalty for placing a sales call to a number on the do not call list is $40,654 per call. You don't get that money. The government does. But that's the fine. $40,000 per call. Unbelievable. All right, today, very special Fader night tonight. It's Wednesday. I realize that. You are not in a time warp. Tomorrow is Thursday. We're taking tomorrow off. It's an insane day. Rita and I were just going through the list of stuff that we have to do tomorrow before the conference. I don't know how we're going to pull it all off, but yes, we're taking tomorrow off. It sounds fun, but we've got a busy day for us. So that's why tonight is Fader night, and we've got at the bottom of the hour in a few short minutes, the crew from Modern Masters is going to be here to take us through the SoulTech Conference up at ECETI Ranch this August. Then at the top of the hour, James Gilliland is going to be here. At the bottom of the hour, Theresa Janaras is going to be here. So we've got a full night of special guests, and of course, in between all of that, taking your phone calls. All right, now, a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. Elon Musk, his Tesla Roadster, which launched on top of SpaceX's Falcon Heavy yesterday, is off course. Yeah, it's off course. It's going farther out into the solar system than originally planned. The car was supposed to be put on a path around the sun in Mars orbit, right? And maybe eventually hitting Mars. More on that in a bit, but the car was supposed to be put on this path around the sun that would take the vehicle out to a distance that was equal to Mars orbit, but the rocket carrying the car seems to have overshot that trajectory and has put the Tesla in an orbit that extends out to, are you ready? The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Now, after the launch, the Tesla cruised through space for a good 6 hours. You can still go and watch it. They live streamed it for 6 hours. I was watching a big chunk of it today. It was I was fast forwarding, but pretty fascinating to watch. And a trip that not only was captured and live streamed, but the accident part happened, right? This coast phase was meant to show a special orbitable maneuver for the United States Air Force before the rocket completed one final engine burn in space and put the car on its final orbit. It looks like that burn might have happened somewhere over Southern California, as some people in the area here in Southern California in Los Angeles started reporting sightings of the rocket igniting in the night sky last night just before the show at around 6:30 p.m. But now it seems that the engine ignition worked a little too well. SpaceX CEO Musk tweeted, and I retweeted his tweet that he tweeted out a map, showed this Fibonacci spiral of the Roadster's final orbit after the burn, showing just how far out the car will travel. And it looks like it's going so far out into the asteroid belt that it will get relatively close to the orbit of the dwarf planet Ceres. It's unclear what exactly will happen to the car. Before the Tesla launch, Musk said that there was an extremely tiny chance that the vehicle would ever hit Mars, but there's been no clarification about how this new path will affect the car's chances of running into some other space junk or asteroid. And planetary scientists on Twitter want more answers about the exact orbit so they can calculate the Tesla's odds of a collision and how long it will actually last in deep space. They were talking, a million years before. Now that looks like it's in jeopardy. And I had tweeted out to Musk today that they've got to live stream the asteroid collision that I think is inevitable. And I think, seriously, I think it'd be really cool. It's not like there's somebody alive in the car. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a Tesla. So why not live stream an asteroid impact? I think that would be really cool. I don't know. I've been trying to check into, and I couldn't get any information on solar panels or battery life. There's a little bit out there, but that's the question. I think that's on everybody's mind. Why, if there isn't solar panels, then why wasn't there solar panels put on that car? Right? To continuously live stream everything from space for the flat earthers, for everybody, just have it always there. Live stream 24 hours a day. You can just go and click and look at Starman, sitting in the car. And so anyway, not much information out there, and they're asking for it. They want to know, but they'll be able to plot it out. And if something is on a collision course with the Tesla, we would actually know and maybe even see it when it happens. But there you go. Now, also today, I need to talk about this, and it may be a little premature. I've gotten some responses from George Knapp, and yes, I understand. I'm responding to Peter Levenda. The presentation originally done by Tom DeLonge and the To the Stars Academy had the picture in the background behind them up on the big screen of the Tic Tac UFO. And that they alluded to in this presentation. Now, I'm speaking about this now publicly for transparency. I'm just doing this for transparency. The image that was behind everybody, showing the Tic Tac UFO, they alluded to during the presentation that this was an image of the Tic Tac UFO that was photographed off the coast of San Diego by the crew of the Nimitz. Now, that's what they alluded to. Didn't actually say it directly, but that was the impression. Now, also, when everything hit the mass media, and this is where I'm uncomfortable. It's something feels a little fishy to me here. Is this. On October 11, 2017, there was a response back from To the Stars Media about the alleged picture. And this was the response posted. Now, to be clear here, the picture that was posted behind them at To the Stars Academy during the live video presentation was not taken off of the coast of California in 2004. Instead, it was taken in Manchester, United Kingdom in 2005. And there was a number of additional pictures that were posted in 2005 in an article clearly showing a metallic balloon. Okay? Now, why wasn't there vetting done of that image all the way up to the presentation that was done? That's all that I'm saying here. The response on October 11, 2017 said this: On October 11, 2007, during a broadcast announcing the formation of To the Stars Academy and Arts and Science, our creative team utilized a slide that was intended to be illustrative of the Nimitz case discussed in the presentation. We recognize that the use of this slide without proper clarification created confusion and, most importantly, did not meet our standard of accuracy. I'm going to stop right there. I have a problem with this statement. Okay? They had all the time in the world to vet that photograph. All the time in the world. And they got caught. And now they are responding to this. I have a problem with that. You are bringing forward together, Tom, listen to me directly. You are bringing forward Luis Elizondo, Pentagon, right? Agent. You're bringing forward Stephen Justice. You're bringing forward not only CIA skunk works and Hal Puthoff and everything else that you are doing here, this team, the best and the brightest. And I agree, they have CVs and resumes that illustrate just that. But nobody on that team could right-click on that photograph and search Google and see if it has ever been out there before. That's the first thing. Second, this article that has been presented here from 2005 has been out there for 12 years. 12 years. Clearly showing that. And my point with all of this, coming out here saying, hey, it doesn't meet our standard of accuracy. What meets your standard of accuracy is not having it up there to begin with, because you guys are smarter than that, and you guys have the best and brightest team out there. And I just have a problem with that. And our UFO community does too. That's it. We will police ourselves. And when this stuff, when it gets figured out, somebody here was played. Now, I don't know the background, what was leading up to this To the Stars Academy. I don't know. Okay, but clearly you thought, To the Stars Academy thought that was the Tic Tac UFO, because the way that everybody stepped up to that microphone, Mellon steps up to that microphone and says, hey, this is a picture of something. We don't understand how it's being. We don't understand. This is why we are here. This image right here. The image that you are showing is a frigging metallic balloon, party balloon. And you are blowing people's minds on stage in this live presentation, announcing the formation of To the Stars Academy and the selling of stock in said company. That is the best and the brightest, and this is what's going on, and this is how we are moving forward. Check out this image. This is what we're investigating. Now, and this is part of our evidence that we are setting forward. And the UFO community now will go back and look at that presentation, no matter what this statement says, and say, what is going on here? Who is running this company? And you want us to invest into this company, and you guys don't even know what's going on. Now, the statement continues. TTS Academy is committed to being a trusted leader in the exploration of exotic science and technologies like metallic party balloons, apparently. And we regret this oversight. It's not an oversight. That's not, you have put together a carefully crafted presentation, live stream, and this mistake happened. It's not acceptable. It is important to note, I'm continuing, that the evidence presented by the speaker regarding the Nimitz case is derived from the testimony of multiple U.S. personnel and the multiple sensors aboard the multiple ships. Okay, so those expert testimony, those pilots, Dave Fravor and everybody else, and this was in the original article with Dave Fravor, that he didn't stop and say, hey, that's not what I saw. This looks like a metallic party balloon here. That's my point. That's my point. Who is at the helm of this ship right now? And I'm not feeling clean. I'm feeling a little bit dirty. It's just something isn't sitting right with me right now. So just think about that. I have posted it, the original stuff. I want to thank Dustin Deschamps for what he posted in Stillness of the Storm, which went back to an article that originally was presented at in the Express UK, I believe. That information is right there on Stillness of the Storm. But I'm disturbed by this, and one of the things that that I'm most concerned about with our community is that this went into the mass media. This was days of disclosure. This was that image that they are excusing here right now. That's what was sent out in the mass media all around the world. And that's the way that the world was perceiving all of this. And it was not caught. It was not vetted, but this is yet supposed to be that. So I don't know how this is going to move forward. I don't know how I feel right now. I don't. But there is a serious amount of explaining to do. And saying that it doesn't meet most importantly, our standard of accuracy, without proper clarification, created confusion. This kind of wording, this kind of terminology is unacceptable. And this is clearly not accepting responsibility of it. And there's three things to look at here. Somebody is being dishonest. Somebody was, if not all, were inept and were not able to, with those backgrounds, do a simple investigation. I don't like that at all. Or worse than everything else, maybe it's just an out-and-out lie. Right? And all three choices are bad. All three. And before anybody at TTS or anything else says, Jimmy, calm down. We already knew about this. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And so how we move forward, I've laid it out. The original post with all of those photographs is dated 2005. I've read it. I'm comfortable in that. So is TTS, apparently. They're comfortable. They know, right? So I'm going to leave it up to the UFO community to how you want to handle this. And if you accept this explanation, I do not. It's not good enough for me. I need more. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to a commercial break right now. This is our special Fader night. Tonight, we will be talking and announcing our SoulTech gathering and conference up at the ECETI Ranch in Washington. And when I come back, I will be joined by the crew over at Modern Masters, and they're going to take us through everything. Very special Fader night, and we'll, of course, open up the phone lines. I am your host, Jimmy Church. And you can follow me right now on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Email is jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com on the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. I'll be right back with the crew from Modern Masters. Stay with us.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black Blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Natural Health Solutions with Chris and Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing?
Great, Chris.
Now, you're the CEO of GetTheTea.com, right?
Yes, I am.
What is GetTheTea.com? I mean, is this tea you buy in a store?
Well, no, it's not. Life Change Tea is just that, life-changing. Life Change Tea is an herbal tea that gently cleanses your body from intruders.
What do you mean by intruders?
Well, intruders are toxins, chemicals, GMOs, heavy metals, and more. They're in our food, in our water, in our air we breathe.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
And Life Change Tea will help you with removing these, as you say, intruders?
That's right, Chris.
Are there side effects with this tea?
Well, you might lose a little weight. When you clean your colon, you lose weight, you feel better, and you have more energy.
Wow. Ronnie, where can people purchase Life Change Tea?
Oh, that's easy. GetTheTea.com. That's GetTheTea.com.
Ronnie, I want to thank you for being on the show. People, don't forget, GetTheTea.com.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, The Planet.
Win big with KGRA this summer. Tickets and hotel accommodations to the biggest conferences, autographed books and DVDs, chances to win all-inclusive conference cruises, and private dinners with your favorite KGRA hosts. Click the contest tab at kgraradio.com for your chance to win big this summer. Your contact for the best alternative talk radio on the planet. kgraradio.com.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com. What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Wednesday night. Very special Fader night tonight. Tomorrow we're taking the day off, so relax, kids. Okay? Tonight we're announcing our SoulTech Conference up at the ECETI Ranch this August. Got a full lineup of guests tonight. We're going to open up the phone lines, too, as well. It's Fader nights, open lines. I would like to welcome back to the show the one and only from Modern Masters, John Lund. John, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jimmy. How are you doing?
Well, you know, it's always a beautiful night. When it's Fader night, it's even better when you're here with us, and it gets even better when we're announcing our conference, SoulTech. Are you excited?
I am. We've been working on this for a while, as you know, and it's just it's finally coming together, and I can't wait to do it. It's going to be amazing.
So we're going to get into the details of it in just a second. I want to announce this first. Everything is live now. So you can register at the SoulTech Gathering right now. SoulTechGathering.com is the website, everybody, right? That's it, SoulTechGathering.com. And you can click. Now, we have an early bird price for the first 50 people. We're only selling 300 tickets, by the way, so it's very limited, and it's going to sell out very quickly. We have an early bird price right now for the first 50 people. Regular price is $335. The first 50, $275 right now for the first 50. And then after that, it's just $335 and for a full 4-day. Now, we're calling it, some people will call it a conference. It's actually a gathering, and it's a teaching event. John, what is SoulTech?
You described it pretty well. I think we wanted to build something different than the normal conference, right? We wanted to put together something that, like the Game Changer Network and Modern Masters is all about, is making change, taking action, doing things. So that's what we want to do at SoulTech, not only as part of the gathering itself, but also when you go home, you come home with something that is actionable, right? So you're going to go through all these days. All the presenters, the speakers there are going to lead workshops. So you're going to learn something in every step, every day, about spirituality, about extraterrestrial contact, just everything. It's going to be something that's going to really, hopefully, unlock something within you to take the next step on your path.
And so, what can everybody expect? Now, I know that. When you say teaching, and when that is an expectation for everybody, what can they expect when you say everybody's going to learn something? Everybody is going to teach. What can they expect with that?
Sure, I'm going to let Dana. I think she's coming on a little later. Talk about more of the specifics. I'll take you through just kind of the general idea, right? So we want our workshops to be hands-on. So you're gonna get into a workshop with some of these astounding, amazing practitioners of spiritual practices or contact or channeling, and they're going to lead you through their own experiences, how they developed their work, how they got from a person that you might call normal, that doesn't do this for a living, to where they are now, doing things like this for a living and teaching. Right, so the people that come are going to have the ability to interact with these people one-on-one in these workshops and as groups, and come away with lessons and exercises they can do to take those next steps.
And one of the great things about ECETI, which we talk about a lot, but it really, really needs to be driven home, is that every night we will be, you have the night watch out in the Sky Watch field. And so that is going on every night after we have our nice little closing ceremony, if you will, for each night, and going on and doing that. But during the day, you'll be able to not only interact and make friends and these lifelong connections that you are going to have in memories, but ECETI Ranch is a place that you can go and explore. It's a magical place. And so you'll be able to do that throughout the day, every single day, and with the new friends, and then share those experiences that you have at ECETI with others there, because it's a magical place.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to describe it, as magical. And that's something that we at Modern Masters really resonate with, is this idea of bringing magic into the world and creating magic. And I wanted to just follow up with that you guys went to ECETI last year, and it kind of changed your lives in some ways. And we did the same thing last year. And when it happened to us, we were like, well, this is the place that we're going to do this.
You know what was funny, John? When we got back from ECETI, Rita and I, LA is LA. We're driving around, and we had to, we had something that we had to do. We were with some friends or family or whatever, and I was sitting there, and somebody asked me a question, and I said, literally, and I was kind of looking down. I go, you know what, man? I don't even want to be here. And he goes, what? I said, man, we just got back from ECETI, man, and I had Bigfoot and fairies and UFOs and friends and just man, you know what? I don't want to be here. And that's the effect that ECETI had on me. Rita and I literally just wanted to go back. And it's really true. What a profound weekend we had.
Exactly. And we were there for the eclipse, and it was incredible as well. Just I think the energy was different because you guys had a lot of stuff going on, but for us, it was a stargazing weekend. It was a relax, and it was that the same way you just described it. When we left, I didn't even want to leave. I was like, how much longer can I stay here?
Right. Yeah. You hit the nail on the head. And I really look forward to this, and we're going to count down the days and weeks and months leading up to this. Now, what are the dates?
It's August 9th through the 11th this summer.
August 9th through the 11th. So that's Thursday,
through
Friday.
The 12th, actually. 4 days through the 12th.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's right.
John, this is live radio. John Lund. All right. Bring in Dana. Where's Dana?
She's on the line, I think, on a different line.
What is she calling right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not with her. We're separate right now.
Okay. I need to know. I can't do you guys at the same time. Okay. So let me, John, I'm going to bid you farewell. I'm going to bring in Dana.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. We're looking forward to everybody at SoulTechGathering.com.
Thank you so much, John. Be safe and be well. Let's bring in Dana. Dana, are you there?
I'm here.
How are you?
I'm so good, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm so excited. I know that you guys have been working really, really hard on this conference, but here we are. We're announcing it tonight. Pretty amazing.
I know. It's finally there. We've been working for months on this, and like every new speaker we added, I just got more and more excited. So tonight's the night. It's live. It's here.
It's here, and this is what is so exciting about this is that I enjoy going to conferences. And Rita and I, we go and I speak and I do, and I host and I MC and I hang out with everybody. It's all great, and to hear presenters do their thing, I love it. But this is not that. This is a totally fresh approach to this, and the goal from day one for all of us was to not only make it different, but we wanted to make sure that everybody attending was going to learn something and they were going to walk away with knowledge. Do you think we got it?
Oh, man, absolutely. I've been looking at some of these speakers and workshop leaders presenting their ideas for what they're going to teach. And Jimmy, it's so hands-on. There won't be anyone that's just sitting back there spacing out. It's going to be like very small groups. So our workshops are going to be 30 people. Think like your fourth grade classroom. And you're going to be learning how to contact Metatron, visiting Lemurian guides. Everything you're going to learn at SoulTech is going to be something you can take home and you can put into your own practices. And I'm really stoked just to be there and be learning these things. So yeah, we wanted to make it different, not just a regular lecture format, but really hands-on to kind of bring up the level of engagement in our community, in the paranormal community. I think that's something that the Game Changer Radio or the Game Changer Network does really well. You guys engage people, you and Rita, you're sitting around tables with people, talking it out, and that's something we really wanted to echo in this conference.
Kickoff day one, what happens?
Kickoff day one. Day one is day one is awaken. Day two is explore. Day three is create. So day one, we're going to be having first a big lecture. And that big lecture is going to be with Michaela Sheldon, who we have scheduled right now. So everyone will get a chance to kind of talk with Michaela, hear about what she has going on, hear about her experiences, and then people will break up into workshops. Some of the workshop leaders we have that day are Jason Quitz. We have Holly Marie, an awesome shamanic guide you guys have had on. We have Matthew Ryan, who's a super gifted healer, good friend of mine. So these people will be leading these very small group workshops where folks will be sitting down and people will get to choose what workshops they want to go to. So everything's going to be bespoke, right? Custom made for exactly what the attendee wants to get out of it. And our goal here is to not only give people skills, but really give the people that are looking to start their own projects, make their own difference in the world, all the tools they need to do that.
And, okay, so opening night, which is Thursday, we're going to do the opening night ceremonies. And what do we have planned?
Oh, that's going to be awesome. So you probably remember, and anyone who was with you at ECETI last year probably remembers that the opening night is kind of a welcome by James Gilliland and Ashley at ECETI, and they do this crazy, trippy table tipping thing. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Right. So they summon down different guides that kind of watch over ECETI and allow them to clear the space. And the weirdest things come in. I mean, when we were there, a lot of lion beings came in. I don't know who came in when you were there. We have Palladians, all types of things. So they're going to kind of open things up, clear the space, welcome it. And we're going to have a big star, like a sky watch that night, of course. That's always at ECETI, like you mentioned.
Okay, so that's opening night, and so we'll do the ceremonies, we'll do the orientation with Ashley. We'll bring in all of the speakers and introduce all of them to the attendees. We're going to have the main room there. The main conference hall holds 300, so we'll be able to get everybody, and there'll be standing room only, but we'll be able to do that, and then. Like you said, after that we'll break and then head out to the night and have a really good, loud and boisterous UFO sky watch. And something always happens. I can't wait for that. And then, so how do you guys have it set up? So then we each day we have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? So we'll be breaking for that. We'll do breakfast first thing in the morning. And then on the first day, Michaela's going to speak in the morning?
That's right. So how we have it, and this is part of, we wanted to keep things really small, right, and intimate. And also because of just how big the conference hall is at ECETI, we're going to have Michaela speak twice. So it's going to be kind of a rotation. So in the morning, Michaela will deliver a large lecture. And at the same time, folks will break up into their smaller workshop of choice. Then in the afternoon, we'll flip it. And everyone who went to a small lecture or a small workshop, in the morning, will get the chance to hear that same lecture by Michaela in the afternoon. So
how cool
you're never
is
going
that?
to be in one of these massive rooms. Go ahead.
That's the way to do it. So, again, Michaela's going to speak. Outside, there'll be 3 small workshops going on with 30 people in each. Like you said, a small classroom. That's going on. And then later in the afternoon, that's going to swap out. So everybody that did the workshops goes in and has the presentation for Michaela. Those that had Michaela's presentation are now out into one of the 3 workshops of their choice outside.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
There are going to be 5 workshops, so just a few more than 3, but exactly. It's that small rotation, keeping things really intimate.
Now, and then what's going to go on in the evening on the opening day?
So in the evening, that first night lecture, or that Friday night lecture, that one still, it's not totally pinned down. We know that we want to have awesome entertainment, and we know we want to do a big sound healing meditation. We know we're going to have a panel. We haven't quite picked which night we're going to do what yet. So maybe a sound healing that night, maybe kind of a big sound bath, kind of like they did at Contact in the Desert. But again, only 300 people right up close, huge gongs and things like that. So again, a little up in the air, but I'm kind of pulling for a sound bath. What do you think? Okay.
Well, sure. I mean, no matter what, it's going to be fun. And so, so that's Friday night, and then Saturday day. What kicks off there?
So Saturday day, that day, our keynote is Jason Quitt. So he's going to be doing the large lecture. And then our small workshops, we're going to have Theresa Janaras. We're going to have Holly Marie teaching a separate workshop. James Gilliland is going to be doing a small workshop. So if you've ever wanted a chance to, be in a really up close and personal space working with James, this is your chance. Also, Matthew Ryan's going to be leading a workshop that day. And then I think that evening we might go with some entertainment, live music, bring a little bit of party to ECETI.
Okay, so that'll be Saturday night. It'll be Jimmy drinking vodka and doing live karaoke for everybody. That sounds like a pretty fun night. And then day 3, which is called Create. What are we doing there?
Day 3. Well, Jimmy, I'm going to back up real quick. And this might be something good to mention for listeners. ECETI is a sanctuary, so they have a pretty strict no alcohol policy. So
I know.
Unless you're ready to do karaoke stone sober, which I want to hear,
right?
Then
I was joking. Everybody knows there's no drinking it. But day 3, Create.
Day 3, Create. So this is the day we kind of bring things together, and we focus in on the projects that individuals want to create and want to bring to the world. So some of that is going to get a little bit more three-dimensional, a little bit more physical. So we have James Gilliland scheduled right now for speaking in the lecture on the Create Day. We have Theresa Janaras, and of course she has a ton of experience with creating a really sacred social media business. So she's going to bring that to the fore. I'll be speaking about branding and how someone can kind of create the first steps on their project. And then Michaela Sheldon is also going to lead a small group, as well as John and Ashley from ECETI. And then that night we want to have a big panel.
Right. We've got to have a panel. So we'll have a panel with everybody and questions from the audience and everything. It's going to be amazing. Now, what I did want to do is go through the speaker lineup. We've got, of course, James Gilliland and Jason Quitt, which everybody's familiar with. Tell us about Michaela. She was on the show with us last month.
Right. Michaela Sheldon, super gifted channel. When she was on the show, I think she channeled the Council of Light. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, and you guys just sat there. You pretty much jammed with the Council of Light for like an hour and a half.
I mean, well, I don't think it was quite that long. I would have been too intimidated. But what I really enjoyed about it was when I asked her, she goes, let's go. Right? Let's go right now. And that was very, very impressive. Her stuff, the way that in her interviews and also her channeling too, which you can see online, but she is so connected, so awake, so smart, and so intelligent. And to see her shift gears, I cannot wait to hang out with her and connect with her, because I think that's what's most important. But I was asking those questions that night. I cannot wait for her. I hope that she channels and takes questions from the audience. It's going to be amazing.
Right. I know. I mean, what other beings are going to be there through Michaela? Just taking questions from the audience. It's going to be nuts.
Now, of course, we have Theresa Janaras, and she's going to be with us here at the bottom of the hour, everybody. But Theresa's going to be there. Who is Theresa?
Theresa Janaras, she's of Divine Frequency. She's an awesome YouTube channel and really kind of building a community around consciousness raising, and just kind of one of like the lights of my generation coming up into the paranormal community. She's killing it, and I can't wait to kind of see both sides of Theresa, right? She'll be leading a small workshop on some of the more metaphysical and esoteric skills that she has, but then she'll also flip the script and just lead a very like down-to-earth workshop on, if you want to be on YouTube, if you want to be building your social media, how do you do that? She's amazing. It's been awesome to work with her. She's so hands-on and like so just helpful. Yeah, I can't wait to have her there.
Yeah, and I agree with you. She represents, the next generation, and I've seen her do her presentation, and I was absolutely floored. And the way that, because she speaks differently. She's from a different generation, and she speaks that language to that generation. And she is so awake. And not only that, her cards, and she's a fabulous, amazing artist. And all of this comes into play. I think she was a journalist. She was a broadcast major in college. So she's able to communicate. She's got that talent, too, as well, to embrace our community, get that into a language and an understanding and presentation that everybody gets, because she has that background.
Absolutely.
Now,
and she just also knows her stuff, as you were saying about broadcast journalism. She's just good at what she does.
Now, Matthew Ryan. Who's Matthew Ryan?
Matthew Ryan is a really gifted healer. He created a healing modality called gamma wave healing, where his brain state, he's actually had measurements of this thing done, where his brain enters into like this gamma band when he's checking in with other realms and healing people. So I've seen him work. I've seen him do amazing things, even just at a Contact in the Desert last year. He was healing people at a party, and things were happening. It was trippy, Jimmy.
And we've got Holly Marie.
Absolutely. I have had the pleasure of working with Holly as well, and I can't wait to see her in action. She's a shaman. She's kind of been in the trenches. She's been to Peru. She's been bitten by the mosquito. She's studied with the real Incan shaman in the Andes. And so she'll be teaching some of the skills that she uses usually in her practice.
And Mary Gabrielle is going to be there.
Mm-hmm. So Mary is the creator of the Immortals Project. This is another really gifted, intuitive, lots of messages from the other side, and she's used those to craft some really interesting systems of making sense of yourself and your gifts. And she'll be kind of leading folks through that in the conference.
I want to thank you so much. I cannot wait for this. This is just something that has so much heart and soul put into it. We've been working on this for a very long time, and here we go. And I do want to say this again, that tickets are now available right now, and the first 50 people will get in for $275. The first 50. Regular ticket prices are $335, and that's it. It's live, it's open, and it's going to sell out. But we wanted to make sure that the first 50 Fadernauts through the door get a very special price. So we're doing that for $275, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait and count the days and weeks to August 11th, 2018. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jimmy.
All right, Dana. Now, everybody, just go to SoulTechGathering.com. Everything is right there. And we're kicking this thing off tonight. Now, when I come back after this short break, James Gilliland's going to be with us. He's down in Mexico right now. And we'll find out what he's doing down there, what he's got planned for SoulTech. These are exciting times. And now, of course, Rita and I are going to be there all 4 days, and the ability to sit and talk and communicate and make friends and learn something is exactly what Rita and I, when we were there, we just thought, this is too special of a place. We've got to have all of the Fadernauts here, and that was where we were coming from. When we just looked around, and the community that we were hanging out with when we were up at ECETI, and we saw what was going on, we knew that there was only one place for us to do something like this. Combined with Modern Masters and the unity and the community goal that we have here in UniWiki, this was the place. Okay, so it is the SoulTechGathering.com. Everything that you need is right there. All of the speakers' schedule, everything is there. SoulTechGathering.com. So I'm going to take a break and get James Gilliland in here. This is Fade to Black. Very special Fader night on a Wednesday, not a Thursday. Don't worry about it. You're not time traveling. We're doing Fader night tonight. This is Fade to Black. I'll be right back with James Gilliland. Stay with me.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas. Hello, Fadernauts. This is Jimmy Church, and I'm introducing New Pharma, a company whose products are based on science. Human function based on the endocannabinoid system, or ECS. New Pharma firmly believes in this science, and their research indicates that support of the ECS provides the beneficial effects for a healthy lifestyle. New Pharma's science includes relief capsules for pain relief, sleep capsules, which are natural support for occasional sleeplessness, foundation is support for your ECS, and Fit Capsules support your active lifestyle. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2B for a 33% discount on all of their products. Or visit newpharma.com for all of the knowledge on the science. That's GNUpharma.com. Go Beckley Tappy.
Hello, I'm Kathleen, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA Digital Broadcast Station.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to jimmychurchradio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. Yes. We are of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier.
And I'm Ari Gold.
We're the Honey Brothers.
And you're listening to Jimmy Church.
The Revolution.
Ancient Life Oil. Life-changing. The real oil. CBD is truly ancient life oil from the source. This oil has no psychoactive effect and is also legal in all 50 states. When you're healthy, you're happy. The truth about this wonderful plant is that it wants to give back to mankind life, longevity, and happiness. Ancient Life Oil are golden grade, all organic, non-GMO, and infused with high-quality liquid coconut oil. It's simple. Just go to ancientlifeoil.com today. That's ancientlifeoil.com. The best, purest, organic, and non-GMO CBD in the world. Go Beckley Tappy. The statements made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Please consult your healthcare professional about potential interactions or other possible complications before using any product.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It's Fader Night. It's Wednesday, but it's Fader Night. Announcing the SoulTech Conference, SoulTech Gathering up at ECETI Ranch today. And right now, we've got live from Mexico, James Gilliland. James, are you with me? James? No, I don't have James. Okay, so let's call James back live in real time. He was there. He's in Mexico right now. No telling what's going on. Okay, let's see if we got him. James, are you there? No, he is not. That is his answering machine. He's got Inca flutes playing on his answering machine. Okay, let me try him one more time. If I don't get through to James, we'll bring him in later, and we'll open up the phone lines. Okay, see if we got him now. James, are you there? Nope. No James Gilliland. We've got Inca flutes. So with that, I'm going to open up the phone lines. 323-825-5045. 323-825-5045. Or 323-275-9695. And first off, I mean, if I can't wait to hear from everybody. But are you going? This is a big deal for everybody, right? Are you going up to the SoulTech Gathering? Have you bought tickets already? I would love to hear from you. Have you been to ECETI Ranch before? Give us a call, and we'll talk about all of that. Now, also, John Anthony West passed away. He passed away last night. And I announced that earlier, and I did watch the phone lines light up, and we can talk about John Anthony West, of course. And let's see here. Let's go here. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Yes, Jimmy.
Yes, who's calling?
This is Frankie Fourfingers.
Hey, Frankie Fourfingers, turn me down in the background. Turn me down.
I got you turned off.
Okay, there you go. How you doing, Frankie?
Doing good. Hey, I just want to condolences to Jaws of his passing. Hopefully he's getting answers that he's been to his questions that he has been asking for years.
Yeah, there's somebody up there right now answering questions for sure. I mean, he got it all figured out probably pretty quick. He got the Sphinx figured out. He got, Robert Schoch said to me today, he goes, man, right now he knows who built the pyramids, man, and I'm pretty jealous. And I said, it was funny the way Robert laid it out. And, but yeah, man, it was a harsh day. I had said to Rita earlier this week, I said, I feel it in my bones. He's going to make that movement, to the other side. And one of the things that he talked about so much over the years in his research was Egypt and history and how they handled death, how they handled life, and for us here, we're concerned about life, right? And death is a final thing for most people on this planet. The Egyptians looked at it the opposite. Life was, whatever. Death was forever, and that was a whole nother world, right? And that you are preparing for death. And that entire world after, because that is forever, and it was the exact opposite. And so he's got all of that figured out right now.
Yeah, and I hope he's doing well. I'm sure he is.
yeah. So go ahead. You called me.
I was going to say that we're registered for the SoulTech gathering. We're good to go, and we're looking forward to it. And also, Contact in the Desert, we'll see you down there in both places, I think.
Yeah, awesome. I can't wait. And are you bringing the family?
Well, I think for Contact in the Desert, it would just be me and Suzanne. And up at ECETI, it would be Aaron and Suzanne and myself. And see if we can find anything else that looks interesting up there this year.
I can't wait to see you and the family and the Winnebago.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Hi, Jimmy. It's Q here.
Hey,
Did you tell him happy birthday?
What's that?
Did you tell him happy birthday?
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday. I knew that. I did it last night, but 29 years old. He doesn't look that young, though. I think he's pulling your string.
Yeah, but I look younger, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, you look great. Yeah, he scored. He scored
Rita
too.
has taught you well.
yeah. So I can't wait to see you guys at Contact in the Desert, and of course, right after that, up at the SoulTech gathering, and we had so much fun with you guys up at ECETI, and it wouldn't be the same without you guys, and I look forward to it. I look forward to your roast beef sandwiches. Okay, is that a deal?
All righty, sounds good, Jimmy.
Thank you so much, guys, and be safe out there.
Okay, you too, and watch out for deer.
All right, guys. Bye-bye. And I can't wait. We had so much fun with that family up at ECETI. By the way, that the hangar door up on the mountain, that was Frankie Four Fingers. He was the one that cited it. And what had happened was, so we're hanging out, we're doing our thing, and we're having fun, and it's all good. And then and Frankie comes up to me, and I was out. It's all on video. You can watch the video. You can see it happen. I'm walking back after shooting the medicine wheel, and I'm just having my fun. And then I'm walking back. Frankie comes running up to me. Hey, man, I got to show you something. And the rest is history. But that was Frankie. Unbelievable. What a weekend we had up there. It was just incredible. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is John from Port Orchard, Washington.
How are you, John?
Doing good. Signed up for the SoulTech.
Oh, you did? Oh, right on. You excited? It's going to be a great weekend, man.
Oh, I can't wait to get back. I was at ECETI in September when we had the UFO fly by Mount Adams. You got all excited about So I can't wait to get back there.
Oh, you were there for that?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I was there.
Oh, you didn't see it? How can you? Now, wait a minute. How can you?
I was there in the morning.
Wait.
In the morning, you know, when that flight went by. I don't know what I was doing at the time, but John came by from ECETI and showed us the video about 11:30 or so, and then you shared it about 1.
Right. And what did you see at night?
First night we were there, the mountain just lit up. It was just amazing, and then we saw 4 or 5 craft fly over, only one powered up. But it was just a great experience. I can't wait to get back there.
I know, isn't it? Leaving when you know, right? It's like last day, right? It's last day, last meal,
yep.
All of that. You just don't want to drive through those gates, do you?
No, I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to go back to my regular life. I wanted to stay there. In fact, I Facebook messaged you the night I got home because that place, it changes you. It really does.
I know that for people that have never been to ECETI and they hear you and I talk about this, just like we are right now, they are skeptical, as open-minded as they want to be, right? And I understand that. But, and I went into ECETI, I had a certain amount of expectations, and I knew that it was going to be great. What I left with, I mean, it was a magnitude above what I expected. I could not believe what happened to me there. I couldn't believe it. You know, look, I'm going to be straight with everybody. I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds, pretty proud of my manhood, right? Myself, my thing, right? I walked away from there talking about fairies. It's like, wait a minute. I'm not that guy.
I walked away doing light language, which just tripped me out.
Right.
You know, John's class on that.
Yes.
Like, look, what light language is like. Never heard of it. I heard your show about it. You know, I'm like, I ain't gonna be doing that. And I'm holding conversations with John doing light language. Not knowing what I'm saying, but just feeling it come out. And like I said, that place changes you. You go there. I got overpowered during the ceremony in the medicine circle. I had to go ground myself for a while. It's a different place. You can't describe it.
You can't. The same thing happened to me. I've told the stories. I got whacked upside the head in that medicine wheel, man. That was a game changer. And also, a couple of other things happened to me. Once, James and I were in the medicine wheel alone with Mark Walsh. It was the three of us, and James just threw the whammy on us, man. He goes, "Okay, man, let's 5 minutes. Let's communicate." I was like, "What?" And I was like, what is going on here? That ain't right. You know, it was fantastic. And then during the orientation, John, that Ashley does, right, in the big room, and I went there, man. And I was like, what is going on? It was so much fun. I cannot wait.
Too, when I did the orientation, I all of a sudden, like, oh, we're waiting on me. I didn't realize I was gone.
Do you know how many years that James said to me? I can't tell you how many years. Hey, man, things are going on up at ECETI, man. You got to come up. It's happening, man. Things are going on. And then you go and you experience it, and James is not a good salesman. He's just not, and he's there. He is not. It's a magical place. Thank you so much, John, and I look forward to seeing you and meeting you and hanging out, and we're going to have a great 4 days together. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. You have a good night.
Yeah, you too. And I can't wait. Let's stay on the phones. And oops. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Did I disconnect that at the same time? I think that I did. All right, I'm going to do this. Let me see if I can. Let's go back to James, and let me see if I can get James here. And man, I'm doing all of this in real time, so everybody just let me do my thing, okay? Where is Gilliland? I'm going to try to get James on the phone one more time, and I'm surprised. I think that he was trying to call during the last one. So I think he's now active. James Gilliland. He's down in Mexico. James, are you there? No. Okay. He did tell me, by the way, he gave me a fair warning that he's at an undisclosed location down in Mexico and that we may have difficulty tonight. And I didn't check it ahead of time, which I normally do. So I'll keep the phone lines open, 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695. You going up to ECETI? I do want to know. And let's stay on the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Chip Christopher's.
Who's calling? Oh, was that Chip Christopher's? I think that's what I heard. Okay, 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695. Lots of things to talk about tonight. Of course, we have our SoulTech Conference up at ECETI Ranch. We have John Anthony West, who passed away at 9:30 p.m. last night with his family present. And we're going to have what's the best way to put it? We're going to have a tribute. And with John Anthony West, and Chance Gardner is going to be here too as well from Australia, who was the director of Magical Egypt 1 and 2. He's going to be joining us, and other friends and family will be here on Tuesday night, and we're going to hang out and do it right. Okay, so with that, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, good evening, Jimmy. How you doing? This is Jose.
Hey, Jose. What are you doing, man?
I just wanted to let you know, man, that I'll be seeing you there at ECETI. I just finished registering.
Oh, no way. Now, okay.
I'm super.
Oh, wait. Jose, you cannot. I'm telling you right now, I will have security at the gate. You know, okay, got to have security at the gate. But your picture will be with security. And I will tell them, okay, very clearly, that if this guy doesn't have his camera with him, do not let him on the property.
Don't you even worry about that, man. I will have all my gear with me, 2 tripods and everything. Everything that I can carry on my back will be there.
I can't wait, man.
The only thing my wife said, I'll go, but I will not be staying in a tent. So we'll have to be like leaving out at night, I guess. So.
Well, whatever you guys want to do. There's a really nice motel right next to ECETI, so you can stay there. Or, man, get an RV. Rent an RV.
You think that's a better choice to just get an RV and just stay there?
You could. There's plenty of camping. There's everything that you need is going to be there. If you get an RV, they have yurts too as well. You can get one of those. So there's all the options are there. Once you arrive, you don't have to leave. All the food is there, everything that you need. You're not going to want to leave. That's right. Part of it.
That's what I was thinking. I was looking at it, and I told the wife, "Hey, so I'm going to register, but we have to camp." And she's like, "I'm not staying in a tent." And I said, "Well, it's an yurt." She's like, "Still, I'm not staying in one of those." So I said, "All right, well, there's hotels near the area. We can just stay there." And I figured, if anything, once I do a little bit more research, I can always change the order and just stay there. But I'm definitely coming, bringing all my gear, bringing all my low light lenses that I can have at the time with me.
Right.
I've been teaching my wife how to shoot at night and how to focus at night. So yeah, man, we're gonna be there and try and do this.
Now,
try and get something on camera.
This is what's really cool, Jose. Is this? Rita just said it's yurts. YOORTS. She is so funny. Is your night photography that you do? I don't know how you do it. I don't, and it's so impressive. But there is not a better place than ECETI to do night photography. It is the most incredible environment. Not only do you have the sky, but you've got the mountains and the trees and the people and things.
The night sky out there in that area, because remember, I lived out there a few years ago, and when I went to Rainier, once you're like at 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 feet elevation, the sky, there's not so much haze in the sky, so it is really clear. The stars are really pop. You know, when we were in Joshua Tree, you still get that haze.
Yes.
Out in Washington State, you don't get it, man. It's nice and clear, and I'm really looking forward to be able to really take some nice photos in that environment again, because I'm more polished now. You know, I was in Joshua Tree 2 weeks ago, right?
No, I didn't know that.
I should have told you that.
No. Now
Yeah.
I'm a little bit upset, actually, but okay.
That was like a 3-day stint. I went to see some friends in 29 Palms and stuff from out there, and it was a very short stint. So I went to Palm Springs and went to Joshua Tree, and I'm getting a lot better at that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to hitting like ECETI and seeing what we can do now. You know. So,
all right, man. Well, we'll see you there, and we'll see your wife, and I cannot wait. We're counting the days. Thank you so much, Jose. Very excited.
We are. Okay, we are too. Take care, Jimmy. Thanks a lot, man.
You too, Jose. That's Jose Torres, our staff photographer, one of our staff photographers here. You know, we have Jose Torres, and of course, we have the one and only Bradley Harris. All right, on the line, the one and only Theresa Janaras. Theresa, what are you doing?
How's it going, Jimmy?
It's always good when you're on the line.
What is up? I'm in L.A. We're so close.
Are you? I thought you were getting here tomorrow. You're in Los Angeles right now?
I am in Los Angeles, and it feels great.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, you know what? I don't know how you did it. You demolecularized, because I thought that I was just talking to you a few hours ago, and you were not here yet.
Mermaid magic, my friend.
Okay,
Mermaid magic.
What? You know what? That magic dust is powerful. That's crazy.
It is so powerful.
So you're here. I can't believe it. And so we're gonna see you tomorrow. You know what? I'm just gonna tell everybody. Can I say it? Am I allowed to say what we're gonna do tomorrow night? You know what? I don't care.
Yes.
We're going. We're cooking out over at Cassid Day Church, and I am cooking for Theresa and Justin and Rita. I'm the chef tomorrow night, and we're going to eat under the stars here in Los Angeles, and we're going to knock one out tomorrow night. Okay, so there you go. I've just told everybody, and you know what? And we're going to post some pictures.
It's going to be so much fun, and we're going to call those ETs down. We're going to see some lights in the sky tomorrow over LA.
We saw one a couple of days ago. Pretty cool. All right, so you're here before. I've only got a little bit of time before the break. SoulTech, you excited?
I am so excited, and I think it's super cool that you just talked to John. John Lund is an amazing man, and their UniWiki project is so cool. I think it's cool that they've got like a Wikipedia page, but it's open source. I think that is so incredible, and I cannot wait until that happens.
Now, I know that you're going to be at the Conscious Life Expo this weekend. You're presenting. I'm introducing you. I'm very excited about that. But SoulTech, what have you got lined up for everybody up there?
I'm actually going to be giving 2 workshops. I'm going to talk about conscious business and my story about going through creating a conscious business and what that looks like on a spiritual level, which I know a lot of people want to know about that. When you lean into walking your path, it can be scary, especially when you're talking about things that can kind of shake things up a little bit. So I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm going to give another workshop. So it's going to be all fun and games. And what's cool about SoulTech and what I'm so incredibly excited about is that we're putting the hands back in the people, where they don't just want to sit there and listen to people blather on. They want to be engaged, and they want to be catalyzed, and they want to have something practical that they can use. And that is what we're doing. And that's what I'm so excited about.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with blabber on, right? I enjoy that. And there's nothing like sitting and listening to a Richard Doller and Linda Moulton Howe, give their presentations. It's great. But I have often thought to myself, and I've heard other people comment, they did that same presentation last year. I saw them do it too much. And I totally get that. And, you know, I just want to learn something. Well, that's why SoulTech is here. We are going to make sure you are going to learn something, and it's going to last a lifetime. It's just not a conference. Rita said to me last week, she goes, Jimmy, quit calling it a conference. It's a seminar. It's school. Call it a school. It's a seminar. You're going there to learn. And that's it. That's exactly what's going on. You, and I want your comment on this. I know you and I have talked about this before on the air. But you, with your presentation, you absolutely were there to do one thing, to teach, right? That was your goal. You were making sure that you were there to teach. And that's in your blood, isn't it?
It is, and that's what my background's in. My background is in teaching. I used to be a high school teacher, and then I was a corporate trainer. And so when I moved into this space, it made a lot of sense for me to take anything that I distilled and try to inspire that in others so that they could captivate themselves and lean into that as well. I'd love to see people taking an active role in their spiritual development, which is my goal in providing that for people. So that's where I come from, and that is my sole purpose, is allowing people to connect to their soul purpose and bring that through.
Yeah, so you've got like the perfect storm going on with you. You've got the broadcast journalism education. You've got the teaching side of it. You've got the awake and aware consciousness side of it influencing everything. So it's the perfect storm to do not only this kind of conference, but to do what you do and do what you want to do.
Well, we're going big. You know, it's the next generation here. We're providing more content. We're providing more opportunities for people to get involved. And I totally agree with you, Jimmy. It's important to have space where you can sit down in an educational setting and you can learn and you can listen to people give lectures. And then it's also incredibly important to go into more of a workshop space where you can get your hands dirty and you can get involved and you can create something on your own, because we need to be creating more than we're consuming. And that's what we're tapping into now. It's disclosure and it's the next generation.
I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. It's going to be totally awesome. And then, of course, we're hanging out all weekend.
Looking forward to it, Jimmy.
Yeah, really quick, I've got about 30 seconds left. What are you going to be presenting at Conscious Life Expo?
Oh, man, it's going to be so amazing. Sunday at 1 p.m., we're going to be talking about magic, and we're going to be talking about how to ride the wave between the known and the mystery. It's going to be a blast. Come hang out with us. I can't wait, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm glad you got here safe. I thought you were getting here later on this evening. I had no idea you're already in town, so I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Sounds good. Take care, Jimmy. See you tomorrow. Theresa Janaras, everybody. She's in town. And, yeah, we'll post pictures tomorrow night, and we're gonna do it right. Yeah, that's right. I'm firing up the grill over at Casa Day Church. I can't wait. I love cooking. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. It's Fader night, Thursday. I did it again. It's Wednesday night. Open lines, 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695. More of your phone calls are next. Stay with us.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRARadio.com.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires. This year we've experienced more than our fair share. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. And last month I decided to make sure my family does not have to worry about food should we get caught in a real emergency situation. Introducing Numana, a healthy, storable product that tastes so good that you'll want to eat it every day instead of just during those times of duress. All Numana products have a 25-year shelf life, are MSG and GMO-free, no preservatives, and are made in America. With the Numana pack in your home, you'll be able to sleep at night knowing that you've protected your family. Not only have I tasted and tested, I own it. Now you can too. Just click on the Numana banner on JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code Jimmy when you order. In addition to a discount, we'll send you an autographed Fade to Black t-shirt. Seriously, go Beckley Tappy.
Do you worry a lot? Whether you're a college student, busy professional, parent, or grandparent, ongoing stress and elevated levels of the stress hormone cortisol can rob your memory, your health, and your future. Now you can combat the effects of stress and anxiety while improving your memory and recall at the same time with the dietary supplement Calm and Clever. Studies show that the ingredients in Calm and Clever reduce cortisol by as much as 30% in 1 to 2 weeks. Call 1-800-758-8746 or calmandclever.com.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
Hi, folks. CBD is the home run hitter for health right now. Why, you ask? Because of what it does for the body. Unfortunately, I can't tell you all about the benefit. You know, there's reasons. Do your due diligence and log on to AncientLifeOil.com. That's AncientLifeOil.com. Ancient Life Oil uses organic ingredients and is blended in coconut oil for some of the best benefits. Legal in 50 states and non-psychoactive. Log on to AncientLifeOil.com. That's AncientLifeOil.com.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. It is Wednesday night, Fader night. Okay? Open lines right now, 323-825-5045, 323-275-9695. And we were talking about the SoulTech Conference. And now, really quick, I want to go through our speakers list. And just, it's so exciting. Yes, of course. It's at ECETI Ranch. It's August 11th is the opening night, and James Gilliland will be speaking and presenting. We've got Jason Quitt, and not only is he the author of Forbidden Knowledge, Revelations of a Multidimensional Time Traveler, and also his other book, The Egyptian Postures of Power. And the thing about this conference is we will be teaching. It's all about teaching. And that's what Jason has always done. He's taught me things live on the air here. And I've watched him do it live in front of an audience, and to have Jason Quitt, and that's what James Gilliland is about. It's about teaching. All right? Okay, so Jason Quitt. We have Michaela Sheldon. Not only is she a gifted channeler, but the way that she speaks and presents is, again, it's all about that. And I want to know exactly what is going on and how this is done. And she is going to be there doing just that. I cannot wait. Everybody that I have interviewed about channeling says the same thing. We had Daryl Anka on the show last night. Everybody channels and has the ability to do it. When you go into the zone, whatever it is that gets you bliss, whatever that is, it's playing guitar or music or painting or drawing or writing code for computers. When you go into the zone, you go somewhere else. You always hear it, right, from those great artists, man. I went to the mountaintop. And I came back. I figured it out. That's what channeling is. And I cannot wait to go through all of that with Michaela Sheldon. Theresa Janaras, who was just with us, she's going to be presenting, and that is her thing, is teaching. And we have Matthew Ryan there. He's a seer. He's a healer. He's from Taos, New Mexico. And what went on up at Contact in the Desert with Matthew, it spread all over Contact in the Desert. And I wanted to meet him. And now we have him teaching up there. And of course, we have Dana and we have James Lunn are going to be there, Holly Marie, one of our great friends. And not only the shaman side of Holly, but the way that she deals with negative programming and changing your life and your own reality. That's what Holly is all about. And she's just so bright and so gifted. And Holly's going to be there. And of course, Mary Gabrielle. And she not only is she one of the principles behind Modern Masters, but she has been doing this for a very, very long time. And the education system and spiritual principles, all of this. And I cannot wait to see what Mary brings to the table for everybody else up there. It's going to be a great weekend. It's 4 straight days. Each night we're going to be we're going to do some entertainment, some music. We're going to be doing that, and of course, sky watching. And then we have the property up at ECETI Ranch where you can go and explore and go meet some fairies, man, because it's all going down up there. All right, let's see here. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Lynn Clark, one of the crew members from the ranch.
Hey, Lynn. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Are you excited?
You guys are getting excited for this weekend.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And thank you for all of your support too, Lynn.
Oh, thank you.
So,
yeah, it's my pleasure. I love helping James out.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you guys excited?
Yes, I'm psyched to hear all this that's coming up.
And what's going on up there right now?
I was just there a couple weeks ago because I was fortunate enough. Vicky watched my dog for us when we went back east, and there was a little bit of snow, and it melted. So we're not getting the snowpack like we did last year. So hopefully we don't have the forest fires happening
right
next season. But it's still been really active. I haven't been up there as much as I am during the summer, but it's still beautiful. Everyone should come.
I know it's going to be great. And what do you think about the idea? The idea behind SoulTech?
Yeah, that sounds awesome, and I am really psyched to meet some of the new people. I love the things that happened when Jason was presenting before, and I have never seen Holly Marie present, but I've been friends with her, so I'm psyched to see that too. And I know Theresa's work, and so it's just awesome. And the breakout sessions, it sounds like similar to, I think, a couple of years ago in the conferences, the bigger conferences in July. They've done breakout sessions before too. So, and just having that connection is so wonderful.
Yeah, and what for you? What is it about ECETI?
I definitely resonate with when it's time to go. My son and I, Levi, you met Levi.
Yes.
It's like we've actually been in tears leaving the gate, and go back and volunteer as often as we can. But it is just so magical. The land for me, I'm really connected to the land there.
Right.
And having the experiences of everything else that comes along with it is just so amazing. I also resonate with the sustainability piece and the community piece and the unity consciousness piece that James is working towards and sharing with others for their own self-mastery. And I just think that that's so important.
You know, one of the things I want to ask you something in just a second, and I'm going to get to that. But one of the things that really impressed me about James is he is hands-on. What I mean, I'm talking about in the dirt, right? And I remember one time he calls me, or I called him. And I said, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Man, I'm building an yurt, right?" And I said, "Okay, a yurt." Yeah. And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He goes, "Man, I'm digging. I was really okay." So I'm picturing that in my mind, and this is what I was thinking. He's just trying to impress me. Okay, all right. He's not really building a yurt. So I get up there to ECETI. And there's a couple of 150 people there, and lots of things going on. And James is riding around. He's got a shovel. He's digging. He's planting trees. He's over here doing something. He's building something over here, and I'm just like, this guy doesn't stop. You know, I left last night. He was hosting. I leave at midnight. I get here first thing in the morning, and he's out here digging and planting trees and flowers, and he's like that all the time. He's
been doing it for 36 years.
I know, right? It's so impressive. Now, okay, so I wanted to ask you: have you ever lost your keys
at the ranch?
Yeah,
I lost my debit card.
And
it was just so bizarre.
Did you get it back?
And I had to talk to the ferry.
Right.
Yes, I had to have that conversation.
Is that the craziest thing? I know you've probably heard my story about it, but isn't that just nuts?
You never know what's going to happen at the ranch.
Man, and I'll never forget when Ashley, gave her fairy speech, right? She gives her fairy speech, and I'm sitting there, I'm serious, and I deserved what happened to me. I deserved it. But I rolled my eyes. I'm like, oh, fairies. Oh, and I wasn't the only one, right? I wasn't the only one. And then boom, I had my experience. But the fairies are real, aren't they? I mean, they're real.
Yes, they are.
There were so many people there. I'm going to say I had like 5 interactions where I'm listening to people say these words exactly. Man, I lost my keys yesterday. And I know I left him in the tent, and I know that they were here, and then a couple hours later, my keys were in my pants pocket where I thought I left them, but I checked and they weren't there, and I came back in my tent, and I'm really tripping right now, man, because they were just like, and I heard that same thing. Karen, Karen, right? Karen, our good friend. She lost stuff all weekend and found it, right? And she's like, man, my tent is only so big.
Yeah, she has the blue fairy has one of her earrings, actually.
And it's such a magical place. And I know that, Lynn, there are people listening to us right now going, oh, come on. Well, you know what?
Yeah, well, I moved here from New Hampshire, and I was actually teaching in the public school system, learned about the ranch and had to have my own experience. I was watching, I don't know if it was an Ancient Aliens episode, and saw James, and I was like, it's right down the road. It's not very far from where I live. I'm going and having my own experience. And it's changed my life. And now my son and I go there and volunteer as often as we can. And it is definitely, for people, the naysayers, especially if you live in Washington or California or close by, you should make the trip and just have your own experience, and you will see. I've believed throughout my life that there has to be life on other planets. It just that didn't make sense to me.
Right.
And as a teacher, I actually couldn't go back to teaching in the public school after my experience because it was that profound.
Yeah, I can understand.
And I felt like I would be, you know, contributing to the programming if I continued as an educator.
And I've had my couple of moments up there with the sightings in the sky. Probably, well, you were there when I was there, so you know what was going on. But I probably, there were 4 or 5 that were on the scale of stupid, like ridiculous, like that
blatantly,
is
it's
that
not.
Right. That's just crazy stuff. Then there was the other 50 that were pretty amazing, but there were 4 or 5 to me that it was like Steven Spielberg. It was like crazy stuff going on. For you, what was there one sighting that stands out for you?
There was one where I saw, you know, so my first time I saw it, you know, it's just like a ball of light, right? So that's what it looks like, an orb, ball of light, but sometimes there's colors inside. You can see the colors inside.
Right.
But I've seen one split from 1 to 2 to 3 and then back to 1 again.
Wow.
And that is amazing.
You know,
so amazing.
You know what's so amazing about that is I don't even question it. I know that it happened. I don't even question it. That's what's so cool about ECETI. Lynn, thank you so much, and we'll see you. I can't wait to hang out with Levi again. And let me tell you, Levi is one cool dude, and he's got one cool mom.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to...
Thank you, and say hi to everyone. Say hi to the crew and have fun tomorrow night. And I just wanted to let everyone know, too, that we are updating the ECETI website. So for registration... I noticed that the dates were a little bit off. I think it only went to the 11th of August.
Right.
For the SoulTech. So all that will get updated on our end. Just be patient. And I know the accommodations, if people want to stay or volunteer, that all that will get updated as well.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Lynn. Tell Levi. Tell Levi I said yo.
Okay.
All right, Lynn. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, Jimmy.
Bye-bye. And her son, I hung out with him all weekend. Really, 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 really cool kid, man. Levi. I can't believe that he's going to be there and hopefully hang out with us all weekend. It's going to be absolutely cool. SoulTech, and it's SoulTechGathering.com, and you can also go to the ECETI website, too, as well. But everything is right there. Everything is up and running. Everything is good. I do want to, I just want to remind everybody that we're doing a special right now, the first 50 people, okay? The regular price is $335 and for 4 days. But the first 50 Fader knots through the door, $275 right now. It's going to sell out. Go do it. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. It's Ronnie.
Ronnie? Mike and Ronnie and Mike, Ronnie?
Ronnie and Mike, Ronnie.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. What did you guys cook tonight?
Oh, well, Mike is out of town.
Oh, so you guys didn't cook. Okay, that's fine.
Actually, I did cook, but I cooked with my mom.
Okay, which is why you're calling, I hope.
Yes, we cooked together, and we cooked Mike's famous spaghetti, and it was almost as good as his.
And see, I'm going to let everybody know, Mike and Ronnie try to upstage Jimmy and Rita. So we've got this little thing going on, and you guys are close. I know you're going to say, no, we've won this thing, but no, we have too much pride. So
I'm telling you, he's a gourmet cook, and you got to try it sometime.
We will, and thank you for the invitations. We'll knock it out one day. So Ronnie, what's on your mind?
Well, we didn't catch you last night, so we're catching you tonight, and it just so happens that my mom is with me for a second night, and she's sitting right next to me.
And what's her name?
And Kathleen.
Kathleen, let me talk to her.
She's right here. You are on speakerphone. And so my mother, long story, she channels people from the Orion constellation, and it's something that did not reveal itself until early 2013 when she and I both had a crazy spiritual awakening, and to reveal that, a sighting that she had in 1958 was actually an abduction. And she can tell you more about it if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Kathleen, how are you? I've known Ronnie for quite a while now, and she has told me all about you over the years, but it's really cool to finally meet you and talk to you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I was totally shocked when we were listening to you last night, and you were saying that you were in your bedroom and you seen something up in a corner, some sort of a being. The same thing happened to my brother, and this was in like the late 70s, I believe, the early 80s. And he said he went into his bedroom, and it was something strange. A movement caught his eye, and he turned the light on, and it was in the corner. And he said he couldn't move, and he doesn't know what happened to him after that. But it was just in the corner, up high in his room. And I was, like I said, I was shocked to hear that something, like that more or less happened to you. And I think Ronnie told you about what happened to me in '58.
She told me a little bit of it. A couple of years ago, I remember Ronnie and I were talking about you, and I'm sure your ears were ringing. They must have been. And I'm sure. And she told me a little bit, but she also said, she goes, but you need to talk to her. One day you guys are going to talk, and I'll let her tell you all about it. But and then every time that I'm around Ronnie, she's given me little updates here and there, and I've just been fascinated with it, and have always looked forward to finally talking to you. So why don't we do this? What happened in 1958? Let's start there.
Okay, for one thing, I lived with my aunt and my uncle, and my cousin and my two cousins. My aunt was a very staunch believer in when you have to go to school, you absolutely don't go anywhere on a Sunday. You absolutely cannot. But we wanted to see this movie, my cousin and I, and it was just going to be the last night showing. So she said, okay, I'm going to let you do this once, but you don't go into no malt shops, you don't talk to anybody, you come straight home. Well, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. It was like 12:30, and I'm saying to my cousin, we got to get out of here. We're late. Oh my God. Well, my aunt. Anyway, we left there, and we lived out in the country there, and we're in a hurry, and we're in an old DeSoto, and as fast as it only fast. Well, it could only go like 65 miles an hour. That's it. She had it forward-loaded. I mean, we're wanting to get home, and all of a sudden the radio started. At crackling. And then right after that, it was like somebody had a rope, and they were swinging it up there, making that noise. Yeah, and then wham, to the right of us, and we're looking to the right because it landed right there, but we're not going anywhere, and she's got her foot all the way down on the pedal. We're not going anywhere. Now, we seen what we seen. It was a flying saucer, and you could see how it still was... it was still coming down from the landing. It was like it was still gyrating, like it was like turning the engine off, for lack of another word. But anyway, we don't remember what happened. But when we finally came out of whatever we came out of, we were home. We were out of the car. And I kept saying to my cousin, oh, my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Oh, my God, I can't believe this. And my cousin kept saying, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Now, she didn't talk about it. We walked up to the house. Now, my aunt would have been sitting in her rocking chair. She's from Oklahoma. And, I mean, that rocking chair would have been gone. She'd have had that face right to the door. And when we came in, we would have got it. Well, she wasn't in that rocking chair. That's just not her. And then I'm still saying to my cousin, I can't believe this happened. Because I can't believe this. Oh, my God, I can't believe this. And my cousin kept saying, well, I can't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And I'm loud. And we're walking right past my aunt and uncle's bedroom. She never woke up. Now that's just not her. And we're walking upstairs, and where we slept, it's almost, you have like a 80-degree looking out the windows, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I looked up, and there it was, a flying saucer, right up as I'm looking out the window. And so I don't know, it's like 25, 30 years later, my other cousin moves in with me, and he starts talking about what happened in 1958. And my grandmother also and my other aunt lived in a trailer beside the house. And he starts telling me about what happened and what they had seen. And so they seen the spaceship also that either brought us home. We don't know. We don't know what happened. We don't remember from that time to only, when we were out of the car and home. But anyway.
Where did this, what state, Kathleen?
It was in Homeland, in Riverside.
In Riverside. Okay, got it. California.
It's right out of Hemet. Right out of Hemet.
Right.
This is like years ago. There was hardly any houses, anything. But anyway, so 25, 30 years later, maybe a little more, my cousin, she developed cancer. And so my brother believed me, but he just wanted to hear it, from her. So they asked her on her dying bed, what really happened? Did something really happen? And she says, yes, everything Barbara tells you, it's true. It happened to us. And so, it was an experience. But, I got a lot of, I'm not the same person I was before that happened to me. I used to be afraid of a lot of things. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. Things come to me and open my eyes up and, it tells me things, and I'm so grateful. It gets kind of tiring at times, because I'm hearing things that I don't understand, and it's like, it's like telepathy, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And some things that they show me, my eyes now are open, my ears, I can hear. Before, I couldn't see all these things and hear all these things, and now I do. And it's kind of overwhelming, if you want to know the truth. It's kind of, you're happy you can do this and tell other people that they need to do this or they need not to do that, but it's very tiring. It's,
Well, I have to, Kathleen. I'm gonna put you on hold. I need to take a break right here. But when we come back, can we continue this conversation?
All right.
Yes, you should ask them some questions.
Okay. Well, that's the plan, Ronnie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I do need to take a break right here. So let's do that. We'll get that out of the way. It's Fade to Black. Ronnie and her mom, Kathleen, are with us. I've got them on hold, and we'll do this. Pick it up right when we come back. This is Fade to Black. It's Wednesday night, Fader night. Stay with us.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station. Salt Lake City, Utah. Van Buren, Arkansas.
Okay, nurse, let's get this man to the ER stat.
Right away, doctor.
We see this every day. Heart attack or angina pain due to blocked and clogged arteries. Chelation can remove obstructions or blockages from arteries and help avoid painful and expensive surgery. Now there's Angioprim. It's a liquid oral chelation product that you take with juice. You start to feel the results fast. Angioprim increases blood flow all over the body, and that means more energy and strength to take on the day with less aches and pains. 60 years of research has gone into chelation. And Angioprim is the result, a safe and easy way to unblock your veins and arteries from buildup that slow circulation.
Paging Dr. Jones. Please report to the emergency room right away.
Log on now for a special radio offer from Angioprim. That's angioprim.com/radio. ANGIOPRIM. Angioprim.com/radio or call 877-882-7221. That's 877-882-7221.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on the smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRARadio.com.
Hello, Fadernauts. This is Jimmy Church, and I'm introducing New Pharma, a company whose products are based on science. Human function based on the endocannabinoid system, or ECS. New Pharma firmly believes in this science, and their research indicates that support of the ECS provides the beneficial effects for a healthy lifestyle. New Pharma's science includes relief capsules for pain relief, sleep capsules, which are natural support for occasional sleeplessness. Foundation is support for your ECS, and Fit capsules support your active lifestyle. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2B for a 33% discount on all of their products. Or visit newpharma.com for all of the knowledge on the science. That's GNUpharma.com. Go Beckley Tappy. Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi available, you can still listen to every minute of Fade to Black by just calling 605-562-4482. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan and no extra cost if you have unlimited minutes. Just call 605-562-4482. You can listen to me, Jimmy Church, on any phone, anytime, anywhere. Go Beckley Tappy.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why Fade to Black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Wednesday night, Fader night. No, you're not tripping out. We're taking tomorrow night off. So Fader night is tonight, live, open lines. And before, we've got Ronnie and her mom, Kathleen, on the line. And Kathleen had an encounter in 1958 with a craft and contact, and it changed her. And now she communicates with those from Orion. So let's talk about that, Kathleen. How did you find out that this communication was happening?
Really, my daughter is the one that more or less explained to me what was happening to me, because I really didn't know. You know, I kind of had a inclination, you know, but you just don't believe those things. You always kind of second guess yourself, like, wow, you know, is this really happening to me, and why me, and you know, that you know. But after a while, you know, like I say, Ronnie, you know, believed in me and believed in what they were saying to me, and I do believe it. I do. I mean, nothing they've said to me has made me second guess them, because everything that they've said to me is things that help us. It's nothing derogative,
Right.
Only in the manner like if we don't do some of the things that we really should, that they've more or less said that if we don't, it's going to really affect our world,
And did they?
They don't like. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you ask them if they were the ones that were on the craft in 1958?
They were.
Interesting.
That was them.
And everybody wants to know when something like this happens. I mean, the obvious question, Kathleen, is why me? Why me? So what made you the special one? Why you?
I have no idea, none at all. But I can tell you some things that they told me that just are so unbelievable but true.
Like what? What can you tell me?
Well, like there are people here that are their people that look just like us. But some of them do have chips, and they do. What do you call that? That's how they program them. And like a lot of the people, like they said, they send down people, and they don't call them grays. They do not call them grays, but they're programmed to not have any kind of feeling as far as worrying about hurting you or anything like that. But they're programmed to do a special thing, and that's what they do. When they've taken people aboard the ship, they do take samples, of their blood and, of their urine and of their, of semen and all this, And they do, and they have taken, like parts of animals and things like that, because they're trying to see how well we're doing. Because maybe you're not going to believe this, but they brought us here. They brought our forefathers here.
The chips
two people that were supposed to, man and woman,
right.
There's no way they could have done this by themselves. You don't take two white people and have a black, a Mexican, or whatever child. So they brought help from all these different planets. They brought 100 Africans, 100 people from like Iran. They had all these planets are all different, and they stationed them in different parts of our world.
Kathleen, you said that there are chips. So I'm envisioning what you're saying. So like a computer chip, right? Inside.
Yes.
And
yes.
And that removes emotions, and then their jobs or whatever they're supposed to be here doing is on those chips, and they don't have control of themselves. The chips are telling them what to do and how to act.
More or less, yes. Yes.
And now
that's how they communicate with them. Yes.
And they are from Orion.
Yes.
And what about Ronnie? Is she from Orion? She looks Orion-ish. Ronnie, you're supposed to laugh.
I'm telling you something. We're all of our ancestors are not from this planet.
Right.
They're not from this planet. They're just not. I mean, they've been here. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, these people came here thousands of years ago, and we're products of that.
Are they?
They're answering you right now.
What do you mean?
So a lot of her, she's channeling them as we're speaking.
Okay.
They're always there. They're always on. So they're helping her to answer.
And so,
right now.
What are they listening to this show? Are you saying they know who Fade to Black is?
Yes, they absolutely do. They know who you are.
Oh,
and they can. If my attention is on you, and I'm following you, and I'm looking into you, and I have them see your picture, they focus in on you, and they know exactly who you are.
Are they happy with what we do here?
They are happy with you. They think you're funny, but they're happy.
They think I'm funny. Now we're on the same page.
They really like you. And I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, they said that they were going to leave you a basket at your door.
Yeah.
What that means, we don't know.
But they said it's going to be at a time when you don't expect it.
Is it when I think of basket at the door, I'm picturing a baby. Is it? That would be a surprise, and it would be when I least expect it, for sure.
A little gray baby. Jimmy,
right.
So this contact we have is I mean, I haven't really seen. I've been around and doing a lot of reading and going to conferences and talking to people who are gifted people. I have not found anyone that has the kind of communication that my mother has with the people that she does. I realize it's hard to believe, and my mother and I both say, we don't blame anybody for not believing, but we, and we are conflicted about getting this story out because it's like we get all excited about it, but then we're like, oh God, nobody's going to believe it.
Well, Ronnie, let me just say this to the audience that have never met you or have seen you. If you saw Ronnie walking down the street, she would be the last person that you thought was in communication with the Orions. Guaranteed. Ronnie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You would be the last person. And I remember you and I, when we first met, I knew nothing about you. And you know this, right? But I'm saying this for the audience. And you and I and Rita and the Fader, we just hung out. I found out about all of this about you much, much later. And I had no idea. And it's a very, very fascinating side of you. But then after I knew you, that's when you kept going, okay, man, we got stuff we need to talk about. Right? and it's taken all of these years tonight to actually do this. And I want the audience to understand this is not something that was planned or something that we've talked about. We have not, and we've never had the opportunity to sit down and connect like we are tonight.
Mm. And, these Orions, they can tell us a lot of things. But one thing when you're asking questions, you need to realize, first of all, how they can put it into, because English is not their language, their first language. Believe it or not, they don't know our language that well. So it's how they can explain something to her, and then for her to even understand it, because let's say if it's something technical, she's not going to really understand what they're trying to convey, possibly. However, they have, with that said, they have given us a lot of amazing information. But the main reason this contact is why this came forward is because, we came, my mom and I came here at an important time, and this wasn't by chance. She and I, this was all pre-planned.
Well, you know what I want to do, Ronnie, is I would like, if it's okay with you, is I would like to set aside a segment maybe next week where we can do a full 30 minutes and we can sit down. Kathleen, are you going to be in town next week?
Are you?
I'm not for sure. My cousin's going to have an operation on the 15th, so
okay. Well, Okay. Well, let's see what we can do, and let's plan this out, because I would really, really, really like to continue this conversation and go a little bit further and plan things a little bit, because I would really enjoy it, and so would the audience.
Oh, okay.
I think you should ask her some questions and see if they can answer anything about whatever you might want to know about. They know just about everything from day one, from the Bible stories to the pyramids to present day things going on.
Peru.
They know
Egypt,
everything
China.
that's going on here, even present time.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We could spend a whole segment on the show doing this. But I'll tell you what. I'm going to ask one question, and then we'll do it in depth next week. But Kathleen, did you know anything about ancient history, lost history, Egypt, or the pyramids, or anything like that before you started communicating with the Orions?
I didn't, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that much. I got married very young and had a lot of kids, and I didn't really have time. And then in school, I really didn't, read too much, about geography. And I should have, but I didn't. History, I just didn't know. Mm-mm.
And besides, that was a long time ago.
All right. She's gone.
Okay, so really quick, one question. Who did build the pyramids?
I tell you what, they said that they did a lot of helping. They couldn't have done it without them.
The Orions helped the Egyptians?
Yes.
Can they go into...
Yes. Yes.
Can they be more specific and give more detail?
Well,
I know they cut.
I know they said that they had to use lasers. They had to, for the blocks, and they specifically had to do every single block to the T. They're saying to the T, and then same as they got smaller and smaller and smaller, they all had to be to the T, or they wouldn't have. They're saying the pyramids wouldn't have lasted this long.
Yeah, that totally.
They would have undermined.
Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. It would have to be, and it certainly wasn't done with chicken bones. Okay, so let's do this. We'll talk offline, and we'll set up a time next week. And even if you're not at the same location, we'll use two separate, phones, and we'll get you both on at the same time, and we'll pick it up from there. Ronnie, can you do that for me?
Yes.
All right.
I do have something going on next week.
Okay.
as well, but it would have to be early in the week.
Okay, absolutely. Kathleen, thank you so much.
Oh, you're really welcome, Jimmy. Very welcome. I just hope people listen to what they're saying, because when I tell you what they've said to me, you'll understand.
I know.
And I hope everybody listens.
Let's do it. Let's do it next week. Ronnie, give my best to Mike, okay?
I sure will. And I can't remember if I finished my thought, but the reason that this all came forward is because we have some dire environmental issues. That's what this is all about.
Okay, and we'll do it next week.
That sounds great.
Thank you, too. Be safe and be well.
Okay. Good night.
Absolutely. Good night. Have a great night. And Ronnie is so special, and how we got together and with our circle of friends, I had no idea. And she had told me a few years ago about her mom, Kathleen, and so I think that the only way to do this correctly is to absolutely set aside some time that we could do this correctly. That's my take, and way too many questions and way too, when you do, this is the thing. Okay, let's...
03.
Oh, I went to pick up this other call right here. And anyway, to do this right, it's got to be in depth and it's got to be laid out correctly. And I'm really looking forward to that. I have gotten. How do I don't want to. Okay, hang on. Let's do this here. Boom, done. And let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Is anybody there? Okay, somebody is there. I can hear it in the background. You're live on Fade to Black. Well, I tried. It's pretty interesting hearing myself in an echo in the background when that was bizarre. You gotta love live radio. 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695. Open lines. Now, again, I want to express to everybody, if you missed it at the beginning of the show, but John Anthony West passed away last night at 9:30, and we will have a special tribute and memorial for John this Tuesday with Robert Schock. Chance Gardner is going to be here too as well from Australia, and we'll have other friends and, of course, our Fade or Not family with a very special Tuesday evening. We've got a great week lined up next week on Fade to Black. Let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Megan. How you doing?
Hi, Megan. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to say I just signed up, so I'm excited for the ECETI camping trip, so I'm excited for that.
Did you sign up? You signed up already?
Yeah, of course.
Right on.
The funny thing, but it's sort of a synchronicity sort of experience because remember back when you had Shaw on, is around the holidays.
Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah. So I signed up with her to have some time with her, and we really had a great session. And everything she has said has come true. So I just want to let everybody know that she is absolutely on point, including this ECETI thing. So one of the big things was that I kept on, I was constantly being told to go to the mountains. And she told me a couple of the numbers that are related to the mountains situation. And when the ECETI thing came up, it happened exactly the time that she said it would happen. So since Washington, like Trout Lake, that's around the mountains area, and, I don't know, it just seemed really synchronistic, right? So, and then that's one of the things, but then there's been, a ton of other things have happened, like that she nailed it. So I just want to say that she's awesome, and everybody should get some time with her because she's pretty amazing and she's great.
I can't wait to see you, and it's going to be an extraordinary weekend. And we've tried our goal, and this is why I find it so special. Our goal from the get-go was to do something fundamentally different. I know that everybody that is going to be there is going to be a Fade or Not that listens to this show, that is here to listen with us and hang out every single night because they are on a quest. And so we wanted to make sure that quest was part of this weekend, that we are going to do that we are going to teach, and that we're going to make it special. And the really, really cool thing, Megan, and think about this for a second. All of the Fade or Nots that everybody that's hanging out in Twitter and the chat rooms and that calls into this show, you guys all know each other, right? You guys are friends and family, in this internet world, right? But you are now going to meet the faces behind the names, right? Everybody's going to know each other, right? But you're going to be hanging out in together and eating together and learning together and sky watching. All those things that we do on the show is going to happen in real time up there. And it
just sounds like it's just going to be like a really amazing healing, like under the stars kind of experience. Yeah, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited about the energy that it seems to invoke in people. So
you wait. That first night, you're going to be in a lawn chair, looking up at the stars at night with all of the 300 Fadernauts in the grass, all looking up at the skies, watching it go down. It's gonna be incredible. I can't wait for the first fade to black after the conference, right? After that, the phone calls that are going to come in. I just cannot wait, and all of the pictures and the fun. And again, I want our goal is to have these lasting memories and the relationships that everybody is going to build and the friendships that's going to last forever. And that's what makes this thing so special. I promise you, it's going to be all that.
And I just want to shout out to anybody who lives in sort of the Bay, like the North Bay area of California. If you're planning on driving up around the 8th, that's the time I'm driving up. So it'd be great to have some pals to join up with. So,
you're already halfway there too. You're in San Francisco. You're halfway there. Yeah, absolutely. And any of the Fadernauts. And see, that's the other thing, Megan. Pop that into Twitter. We've got plenty of time to plan it, but pop that into Twitter. You know that there's Fadernauts that you know that are right there in the Bay Area that would love to do that. Yeah,
for sure. Cool.
Thank you so much, Megan, and be safe and be well. Have a great weekend.
Same to you. Bye.
Bye. Another Fadernaut going to the conference. I cannot wait. SoulTech. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And with that, I need to take a break. I'm going to come back and continue with the phone calls. And if you're on hold, just stay right there. 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Now, you can follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio, which is simple. You can follow me right there. Or we've got chat rooms, and they are both open over at KGRA The Planet or over on Spreakers. Fade to Black, very special Fader night tonight. It's Wednesday. It's not Thursday. And I'll be right back with more of your phone calls. Stay right there.
To my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
So you went to dinner last night, you had your favorite pasta. Ugh. Or maybe you had a heavy, spicy meal and it left you. Ugh. GetTheT.com. Maybe you mowed down a huge steak and your plumbing is all plugged. Ugh. GetTheT.com. Our super strength tea will take care of your occasional. Ugh. It's all organic and non-GMO. Get rid of. Ugh. We have so many great supplements, but our super tea is number one. GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roasted to the dark side of fade to black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hey, can we talk about something serious for a minute? Your age. Getting old has its perks. But remember, being a few years younger, you know, your hair was thicker, you didn't have so many wrinkles, that extra weight wasn't haunting you, and you just felt better. Well, we can't turn back the clocks and go back 10 or 15 years, but you can start feeling and looking 10 or 15 years younger with Nature's Youth RSF. It's a doctor-formulated daily supplement that helps your body maintain its peak performance and fight the aging process. Imagine sleeping better, looking better, and feeling better. See how Nature's Youth RSF has helped thousands of people just like you at nature'syouth.com. nature'syouth.com. The holidays are coming. Imagine how it will feel when your family and friends are asking you what you did to look so good. Your secret will be Nature's Youth RSF. It's time to start looking better and feeling better. Learn more and order your Nature's Youth RSF at nature'syouth.com. That's nature'syouth.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. You can follow me, find me. You can find me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Hashtag F2B is the sandbox. Come and hang out with us there. We don't bite. And, of course, chat rooms are wide open. It is Wednesday night. Open lines is tonight. It's Fader night. Tomorrow night, we're taking the night off. We're going to be heading down to the Conscious Life Expo this weekend. And, again, tickets are available over at ConsciousLifeExpo.com. And with that, let's go back to the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live. Is anybody there? Man, I can hear breathing. That's weird. Okay, What is up with that phone line? Maybe that phone line is down. Oh, man. Okay, I think that phone line, the 275-9695, I don't know what's going on with that phone line, but it's they are not hearing me. That could be us here. So 323-275-9695. We'll do that. This is the last segment of the show, and I don't have the opportunity to go back and try to suss out what is actually going on. So there you go, and I'm going to let Rita know. Go ahead and text out. You can tweet that out to use the 5045. I wanted to say this really quick. We were talking about John Anthony West, and I had this memory that I wanted to share with everybody. and I don't know if I want to do this on Tuesday night. I want to do it now. I was sitting there with Richard Dolan. This was 4 years ago, and at Contact in the Desert, and this is just one of the funniest stories ever. John Anthony West. Oh, this is 3 years ago, not 4 years ago. And John Anthony West steps up, and Richard and I are sitting at this table. We're alone. We're just sitting there rapping and talking. And Jaws comes up, and he says, man, I just got off the plane. I said, yeah, you know what's going on? It's good to see you. And he had a table next to us, right? The John Anthony West table. It's got his name on it. And he comes up, and he has the full DVD collection of the original Magical Egypt, and I'm salivating, right? He's got the box set, and he walks up and he sets the box set down on the table, and he says, Jimmy, let me use your Sharpie, and I hand him a Sharpie, and then he goes, I need a piece of paper, and I said, okay, so I give him a piece of paper, and he writes down on this piece of paper, he says, Magical Egypt box sets. And I think he wrote $100, right? And then underneath that, he put, give the money to Jimmy. and he tucks it underneath the box set and walks away. And I said, okay. And Richard and I were just laughing. He said, man, I want to go see some people speak. And he walked away. And about 15 minutes later, somebody had come up and was talking to Richard and I, looks down, sees the note, and buys the box set, gives me the $100, and buys the box set and walks away. And I'm thinking to myself at that moment, that's how you do it. Right there. John Anthony West is the man. And a couple hours later, he never sat down at his table, at least not at that point. He walks up, and he looks down and he says, it's sold. I said, yeah. And he holds out his hand. I flipped him the Hunsky, and we just laughed. I said, man, I'm doing it all wrong, man. I'm sitting here in the sun and drinking water. And that's how you do it. John Anthony West, man, what a character. The first time, and there's some pictures of this. I'm going to post this up on Twitter. The first time that we met John was this first night that we had broadcast, and this was 4 or 5 years ago at Contact in the Desert, 2014, and 2013, 2014, and Jaws on F2B. This is the first time I'm posting this picture up here right now. And what is funny about this picture is and for those of you that were there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We had finished the broadcast. We were done. And he comes down with Linda Moulton Howe. And I think this is the picture. I'm going to do this right here. And I'm posting it. Here it is. And they come down, and we were done. We had wrapped on the show. And I said, well, wait a minute. Let's keep this going. We might as well, right? And so they sat down, and we ended up doing the show extended for like a half hour, 45 minutes. And the Fadernauts that were there remember this, and you remember this night. I think I've got it up. I don't know why that's not updating. And that's the picture right there. And it was Linda and Jaws, and they sat down with us at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, or till about 11, and did an uninterrupted 1 hour interview. And that goes way back. That's like 4 years ago. And that is one of my favorite pictures of Jaws right there. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Dan.
Hey, Dan. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, from Woodbury, Minnesota.
Woodbury, Minnesota. How you doing?
Yeah. Good. I was wondering, you're out there in the desert, right?
No, I'm in Burbank.
What do you need? Oh, you're in Burbank?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was looking online for these the type of goggles you look into the sky to see the UFOs.
Right.
I was wondering what kind you need to see these
Yeah,
UFOs.
just go.
I'm really interested in that.
Yeah, all you got to do is go to our website, jimmychurchradio.com, and write this down. It's Bearing Optics, BERING, Bearing Optics. You'll see their banner. It's green. You'll see their banner at jimmychurchradio.com. And the guy that, there's a number that you call. It's right there, Alec Hoffman. Tell him that you listen to Fade to Black. And it's really that simple.
Is it real expensive? Or?
I have no idea. But they've got everything
is it like
there.
a telescope? I mean, is it like just a regular pair of binoculars?
They're binoculars, but they're night vision. So you see in either green, or you see in green and black, or white and black. You've seen the night vision stuff from the military, right? That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, a friend of mine, he was in Iraq, and he brought a pair out to the desert, and he said he's seen all kinds of crazy stuff up there. And it kind of interested me a little bit.
Yeah, you need to go check it out, and I guarantee you it is an amazing thing when you do it.
All righty, well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a great night. Bearing Optics, that's what you want to do. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black.
I guarantee you.
You're live on Fade to Black.
All right, man. Cool. Hey, listen, I just wanted to see if you paid attention to the launch yesterday of the SpaceX rocket.
One of the coolest things I've seen in my entire life.
Man, I'm here in Florida. I'm here in Palaca, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting here trying to watch it, and of course it went out over the ocean. You couldn't see it very well, but man, it was a hell of a sight, man. You know, back in 81, or 82, when the first space shuttle went up, it was like very similar to that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. How close were you to it?
Well, I'm about I live in Palaca, and that was down around Melbourne, so we're talking maybe 150 miles.
And from that distance, I can imagine it's like it's still right in front of you. Right?
Oh yeah, you can see it going up, man. It's in the southeast sky from here. It's like a big column of white smoke with a light on top of it. It's just pretty cool.
Wow, man! For me, and I watched the whole thing. I saw the 15-minute pre-show, watched the countdown. We're in the bunker yelling, and did the whole thing. And to see it reminded me of watching the Apollo launches when I was a kid. It was just so amazing. Much fun. Yeah, I know.
Every time one of those things happen, it's amazing to me. I mean, I lived here all my life, and I've watched probably hundreds of those things go up.
I know, right?
But every time it happens, man, it's like, wow.
Yeah, I know. It was massive. Well, and thank you for that. Today I went back and watched the live stream. I watched it.
I did too.
Yeah, I did it again today. I just couldn't believe it. It was beautiful, man. It was just beautiful.
We were sitting here counting it down. I was watching it on TV, the countdown, and then ran outside to watch it go up, man.
Cool. I'm so jealous, man. So jealous. Thank you for sharing that with us. That was an incredible day.
Hey, Jimmy, man, you do a great job, man. I love your show.
Yeah, thank you. What was your name again, Robert?
Spreading the word.
All right, thank you, man. I said thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome, man. I'm spreading the word, man.
Absolutely,
you're putting out the good news.
We do it one at a time, and thank you for your help. All right?
All right, Jimmy, take care, man.
You too, man. Have a great night. Yeah, I'm fully jealous with that. Yesterday, watching it in real time, and I was literally yelling 10, 9, 8, and when it fired up and took off, I had good vibes about the entire thing. But I was wondering, and it was just so big and so it was incredible. But I was wondering how they were going to do the Tesla, and they were talking about it, but they weren't talking about it like what really ended up happening with the car and Starman. They play, a little bit. It was so dramatic and so huge on the screen with the Earth in the background, and how they didn't do that. And the amount of, this is the thing, the publicity, the advertising, what Tesla got out of that, what Elon Musk got out of that, out of the live stream, it was just an enormous boost for SpaceX, our community, not only space exploration in Mars, but pride. It was such an enormous, ginormous thing. I just couldn't believe it. I haven't, with all of the launches, everything that has gone on, I haven't paid any attention to it. We have Vandenberg right out here. We fire up stuff all the time. There are live feeds, and maybe once or twice I went back and tried to catch the live feed of a launch, and it was delayed, and I didn't go back to watch it the next day. I forgot about it. This was special, and I felt it from the beginning that it was special to have the most powerful rocket launch in the world. Its maiden trip, to have that, and to have the booster rockets turn around in space, come back and land next to each other at the same time. It was crazy. I mean, man. Okay, so anyway, to have the Starman live on a video feed, live stream for everybody to see. This is, if anybody ever wanted to question what is going on with NASA, if anybody, the deception and the CGI and it's not real, and to have all of that on a live feed like they did it, well, you know what? And I said this, and I really mean it, kind of silenced me. Everything that we went through with I'm trying to think of the satellite system that was the bogus animation that we thought was a UFO, whatever that thing was called. Doesn't even matter. I forgot it. I was so disappointed. All of that was erased for me. Totally erased. The what you would have to go, I'm not so sure. I guess it's possible, but I don't think that you would be able to fake a live stream CGI thing. It's a whole nother thing to prep something in video software and get it, crank it, create it, upload it, and put it out there. Okay. All right. Does it get done? Maybe. Is it possible? Sure it is. This was a live feed. Now, this was what sealed the deal for me. This is what sealed the deal. For the suggestions from people out there to post yesterday that, oh, no, you know what? It's fake. The Tesla's fake. This is fake. It's the background's fake. It's not real. It's, Elon. If Elon Musk got busted faking the Tesla, putting it up into Mars orbit, well, he missed it. But to have all of that surface that was fake, and all of the people that would be involved in that as well, if that came out as fake, he'd be through. His reputation, everything that he is talking about, everything that he wants investments on, everything that is going through, everything, his reputation would be done. He would be over. Nobody would be able to take him serious ever for the rest of his life. Wouldn't be able to show his face in public. Could you imagine the media assault that would come down on him? The online assault, the net assault, all the forums and Twitter, the world, the things that would come down on him. That's what sealed the deal for me. There's no way. Why would you do it? You wouldn't be a billionaire anymore. It would be over. So, no, I don't think that it was fake. I don't. Everything that I saw yesterday, what was represented on that screen, was real. I tried. You know what I was really looking for? I wanted to see Starman move. That it was shot in a green screen in the studio. And go, oops, right? Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Phil from Washington State.
Phil from Washington State. How are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. I've been enjoying the show. And I wanted to tell you about my one UAP incident.
What, and where did it happen, Phil?
It happened in Wyoming, just about 3 miles south of Bill, Wyoming. And what I saw was a cylinder ship. I mean, I found that out later on. I didn't know that at the time. You know, at first I thought it was like a dirigible, but it didn't have any fans or anything on it. It was just a cylinder.
What year?
It came up. Hello?
What year?
1974.
1974. Okay, I got you. And so it was the size of like a dirigible or a Zeppelin, which we had in the United States.
Yeah, it was. It might have been a bit bigger because it was about, I would say, about 3 miles away and about 5,000 to 6,000 feet up.
Right.
So, and then I went up the hill, and I saw it parked. Well, it looked like it parked over Bill, Wyoming. And I don't know whether you know that area or not, but Bill is, I think the population is 3, something like that.
Right.
But yeah, I would say it was probably one of our own. I didn't see any signals on it or anything like that. It wasn't that close.
Right.
You know, make that stuff out.
Right.
But it was silver. It was like, I couldn't really tell whether it was riveted or not from that distance.
Right. I did the same thing. I'll never, ever forget this. And this is what happened. This was in Chicago. And I'm out in our front yard, and this would have been 1972. And I'm out in our front yard, and I just happened to summer day kind of thing, blue sky, middle of the day. And I'm probably 9 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old. And I look up in the sky, something catches my eye. Right in front of me, right overhead, is a Zeppelin. Not a like the Goodyear blimp. This looked like the Hindenburg. It had ridges. I could hear the motors. I could hear it. It wasn't high. It was right there, massive, and it's cruising by, and it's going from right to left. And so it would have been from the direction of my eyes. It's going south towards Chicago. Now, I could see the windows. I could see the cabin thing. I could see everything on it, and looked just like the German Zeppelins. It's exactly what it looked like, massive, and it's just cruising by, and the engines, right, and I'm like, wow. So I take off, and I think I had a friend with me or two, but anyway. In front of me is this massive field. Our school was right there at the top of the hill. But all the way to my left, all the way up for probably a mile, is this massive field with a football field and baseball fields and a park and this and that. Just massive, wide open. And we take off running. You know, we're kids. We're running after this thing, looking at it as far as we could go, like a mile. And we're running underneath it, yelling and screaming at it. It was just absolutely breathtaking. massive. Never saw anything like that again. And I remember years and years and years later, I went one day, I was looking, maybe it was the Hindenburg, but I was looking at Zeppelins, and I went, wait a minute. I saw this when I was a kid, and the whole memory, right, like came back to me. So I went and looked at our Zeppelins, and it turned out we had some, and I didn't know that. We had one called the Los Angeles, right? And I didn't know, and I'm seeing it in an encyclopedia, or I forget how I looked it up. And I have since then gone back. But anyway, it may have been, I don't know if it was the Los Angeles, but we had a few that were in the United States. So I saw mine. Maybe that's what you saw. I don't know. But I certainly did.
No, I'm going to tell you why it wasn't. No gondola down below, no fans. No, I couldn't see how it turned or anything like that. There was no, and it made like a 90-degree turn. So I don't think so, man. I think that was one of our secret space program things that they had going by now.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be.
Because for one thing, nothing was scrambled for it, and it surely should have pinged like a, you should have got a radar ping off that sucker.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I was blown away how big this was. I did maybe, I don't know, it was probably 15 years ago, maybe longer. 2001, with a friend of mine, went into the Navy hangars that are down in, I'm trying to think, like Fullerton, here in Los Angeles. And there's like 3 of them out there where they kept those. I think the Goodyear blimp is what they keep there now. But but we were able to go up and look at these, and I'm serious, man. You've never seen a building this big. I mean, forget the airplane hangars you see at the airport. This is a totally different thing. I mean, you could...
Well, I don't live too far from Boeing, so they got a bigger building, I think, man.
Yeah, but the size of the building that it would take to park, the Hindenburg Inn, it was just massive. But anyway, I saw it, and what a rare thing to see. I just happened to look up, and there it was cruising by, and I'll never forget it. The ridges, it was so low. That was the thing. It was not high up in the sky. It was very low, and I could hear it. And my memory says that we could see people in the gondola. We were yelling. We were like yelling up. Yeah. It was that low. We were trying to catch their attention. Little kids in the middle of the summer in Chicago in 1972. So there you go. Hey, Phil, thank you for sharing that with us.
I'm going to get one more question. I just signed up for the SoulTech thing.
Uh-huh.
And I only put down for 3 days of camping, and because I only saw 3 days of events. But when my friend that's got better eyes than I was checking, he said there was other days. Did I mess up on that?
Yeah, and just follow up on the website tomorrow, and you can always call ECETI and get it straightened out. But they were just saying here on the show, I've got to go. I've got to run credits here in 15 seconds. But they were saying on the show that some of the numbers may be wrong, but they'll have it fixed before the end of the night tonight. But it'll definitely be right tomorrow. All right, Phil?
Okay.
Looking forward to meeting you, my man.
Hey. Yeah, thank you, man. And have a good night.
You too. Great phone call right there. And so then everybody, SoulTechGathering.com. It's that simple, SoulTechGathering.com. Kicking off August 11th, 2018. And the first 50 tickets are only $275. There you go. It's going to be all Fadernauts all the time. I want to thank everybody that called in tonight. Just an absolutely fantastic show. Twitter on fire. Thank you to everybody over at Modern Masters. I mean, seriously, Mr. Lund, Dana, thank you. Okay? Theresa Janaras, going to see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Faded Black's executive producer is Rita Camarion. Show is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Bob. Announcers are Steve Hardick, Gene Vito, and Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network, and syndication is KGRA The Planet. This broadcast is owned and copyrighted 2018 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. We're taking tomorrow off. We'll see everybody at the Conscious Life Expo at the LAX Hilton. It's going to be an amazing weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday. Be safe. Go back, Lee Tappy.